Hello again, welcome back to Illegally Cited. This is BGFH, and we are back for the second video for our playthrough Let's Play series of Alter Ego. Turns out we had kind of a little bit of a rough infancy so far. Things generally went well until we decided to take a gander under the kitchen sink and had to get our stomach pumped at the ER. Otherwise, we did fairly well. Health seems like we're going to be a problem because we didn't really come out all that healthy to begin with, and then we had that little stint. So let's move on to childhood and see what other kind of mayhem slash experiences we can cause or have here. All right, so again, on our far left, our first icon.
Link, image.
Actually, let me.
There are 7 stages of life in Alter Ego.
Okay, yeah, so all this just says the same.
Your game is saved automatically.
Yeah, saves automatically, blah, blah,
You may
blah.
select icons in any order.
Yeah, any order. Okay, so
Stats, link,
we have our
image,
stats on the far
tab.
left, and on the far right we have our age. We're definitely not going to do that.
Emotional, link, image. Family,
Let's
link,
do a
image.
family.
Select a mood. While you are playing quietly in your room, you are startled by loud muffled sounds coming from someplace else. It seems that your parents are having a terrible fight over something. Your father's deep voice seems to be shaking.
Uh-oh.
The whole house. Your mother's piercing screams sound like she's being hurt terribly.
Okay, this is going to go one of two ways. They're fighting or they're getting it on. This is your traditional, typical child walks in on parents getting it on. Okay, let's do this.
Select a mood. Disturbed, radio button, calm, radio button, disturbed, radio button.
Yeah,
check,
we're a little
1 of 1.
disturbed.
Calm, select an action. Stay where you are and try not. Go and see what is happening. Radio button,
Let's go check it out.
Next button.
Let's go traumatize ourselves, shall we?
The yelling gets louder and louder, then suddenly everything is quiet. When you see your parents later, they act as if nothing has happened. Mom's hair is ruffled and she seems to be very tired. You can't seem to figure out what has happened, ellipsis, or can you?
Yeah, alright, so actually.
The yelling gets louder and louder, then suddenly everything is quiet. When you see your parents later, they act as if nothing has happened.
Okay, so I didn't quite get to walk in on them. They apparently finished before I got there.
Next chapter.
Alright, yep. There's your getting it on. That's exactly what I thought was going on there. Alright,
Emotional, link,
let's
image.
do an emotional one out, I suppose.
Link, image. Your mom is in the bathtub taking a nice relaxing bath. You are playing quietly in your room. All of a sudden, the doorbell rings. Mom doesn't seem to hear it.
Okay.
Select a mood. All grown up, radio button, resentful, radio button, unchecked. All grown up,
all grown up.
Nonchalant, select an action. Answer the door, ignore the doorbell, radio button, tell mom, radio button, unchecked. 1.
Let's tell mom.
Checked.
Because we don't want strangers, right?
You can't be that grown up if you have to rely on mom to answer the doorbell all the time. This set of choices doesn't make too much sense.
Ah, weird, okay.
Next chapter, button.
So that, I blew that one. Okay. See, I was interpreting it as, okay, yeah, all grown up means, like, I was looking at it too logically of like, oh, well, if I'm growing up, I don't know who this is going to be, and, you know, everyone says don't talk to strangers and stuff, so that's how I was taking it, but I guess they wanted you to be independent if you chose that choice. All right, well, that kind of backfired.
Family.
Moving on, let's do another family one.
Image. Your dad has promised that he will fix your bicycle. He is taking a nap, so he's not doing anything. Now seems like a good time to remind him.
Okay.
Select a mood. Annoying, radio button, patient and sweet, radio button, select an action. Patient, annoying, radio button, checked. Patient and sweet, radio button, unchecked. 1 of 1.
I'll give Dad a little while longer because I like to sleep too.
Select an action. Tap Dad on the shoulder, radio button. Make the TV loud so he wakes up. Leave Dad alone, radio button, unchecked. Checked.
I'll give him one more chime and then maybe it'll...
Your patience pays off. When Dad wakes up, you ask if he will fix your bike. He is feeling so good that he asks you to go on a little trip with him. He takes you to the bicycle shop and buys you a brand new bike.
Oh, man. Nice. Okay, I figured it would be one of those like, oh, okay, he's still sleeping, and then I would have to tap him, or... Okay, sweet, all right. I got my stuffed animal back, and I got my bike, a new bike. All right, see, we got a... All right, that's cool.
Physical.
Yeah, we haven't done one. Only done one of those so far.
You arrive at the dentist and discover that you have 4 rather large cavities that need to be filled.
Ah.
Select a mood. Frightened, radio button. Brave, radio button. Frightened, radio
yeah,
button.
Dentists suck. I still hate dentists.
Brave, radio. Select an action. Scream in horror. Radio. Block out the sensations with your mind. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Next button.
Screaming horror.
The dentist says, this won't hurt a bit. Stop being such a baby. The drill sounds like an angry insect. There are tubes hanging out of both corners of your mouth. One of them seems to be sucking out that little piece underneath your tongue. The dentist says, now that's not too bad, is it? You reply. Select an action. UNGHHUM. Radio button. NUUNGH. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Okay, I think
Check.
that's the one
Next
I want.
Button. Next. The dentist pays you no mind and keeps drilling away, making idle conversation while you drool all over yourself. On your way out, you notice the dentist's fish tank. Select an action. Tap on the fish tank when no one is looking. Radio. Leave the fish alone. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Yeah, we'll tap on the fish
Next
tank.
button.
We're I guess we're not
chapter.
being
Button.
we're not being so calm after all. We're kind of being the precocious child.
Ah, revenge is sweet, but in this case, very tacky. The next time you come back, you had better hope research on dental techniques has greatly improved. Otherwise, get used to eating soft food.
Huh.
Next chapter. Button.
Okay.
You may select icons in any order. Emotional. Link. Image.
We'll do one more of those.
Emotional. Link. Image. You have been invited to sleep over at your best friend's house. This is your first sleep-away experience. Select a mood. Reluctance. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1.
Yeah, we don't know what's to happen
Excitement.
yet.
Radio button. Mixed feelings. Radio button. Unchecked.
Oh,
1 of
actually,
1.
that sounds like a better one. Mixed feelings. Let's
Checked.
do that.
Select an action. Lie to your friend and tell him you are not allowed. Radio. Ask your parents if they will still be there when you get back. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Go to your friend's house as soon as possible. Radio button. Ask your parents if they will still be there.
Sure.
Checked.
That matches a reluctance
Go to
thing.
your next button.
Confuse people a little bit yet.
Dad reassures you that he and Mom will both be there when you get back.
Oh,
Your
here.
asking is an emotionally mature way of resolving the ambivalence you are experiencing.
Okay.
Dad reassures you that he and Mom will both be there when you get back. Select an action.
Oh, wait, what?
Dad reassures you that he and Mom will both be there when you get back. He doesn't encourage you to go or stay, but leaves the choice up to you. You can select an action. Go. Radio button. Checked. 1
Yeah,
of 1.
let's go.
Stay. Next button.
We'll go to Billy's house.
Next chapter. You go and miss your parents a little, but your talk with Dad has kept you calm enough to have a very pleasant experience.
All right.
Next chapter. Button.
There
Your
we
games save
go.
automatically.
Let's do one more family,
Link,
and then I
image,
see an icon
family,
down there I
link,
want to
image.
do.
An exciting movie is on television. The whole family is in the living room watching it. You get up to get a drink of water and return to find all of the good seats have been taken. Select a mood. Defeated. Radio button. Devious. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Yeah, let's be devious.
Checked. Select an action. Sit down quietly in a corner. Radio. Tell Mom the doorbell is ringing. Radio. Tell Dad the doorbell is ringing. Radio button. Tell Mom the doorbell is ringing. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Let's tell Mom.
Checked.
Dad's not going to get up from the TV, but Mom might.
Tell Dad the doorbell is ringing. Next button. She falls for it.
Ha
She
ha.
rushes to the door and you jump up on her seat. When she realizes what you have done, she goes over and sits on top of Dad. Everyone seems a bit happier now.
All right. Hey, that works.
Next chapter. Button. They are sorted chronologically.
All right, let's do.
Physical. Link,
Yeah, okay,
image.
let's do a physical one. We
Physical,
haven't done.
link, image.
Maybe I think we did one of these actually.
While rummaging around in the kitchen drawer, you come across a book of matches.
Ah.
Select a mood. Conscientious. Radio button. Curious. Radio button. Unchecked. Select an action. Curious. Radio button.
Curious.
Checked.
Sounds interesting.
Select an act. Put the book of matches away. Radio button. Light one in the kitchen. Radio button. Take the matches to your room and close the door. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Checked.
Yeah.
Next button.
We'll go next. We'll take it to our room for later.
Now that you have the matches in the room, you can select an action. Strike a match. Radio. Hide the matches. Radio button. Unchecked.
We'll just hide them.
Checked. Next button. Say, I don't. Eventually, you are found out and confronted. Your mom asks, how did this get here? You can select an action. Confess. Radio button. Say, I don't know. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Oh, man. You know, like, I want to have the good family things because I know it'll help me later in life, but, like, for the video, I want to make things entertaining. So I kind of want to be a punk. If I went this far, I'll just do the standard. I don't know.
Next button.
The dog did it.
Next chapter button. Nothing like adding insult to injury. She found the matches while she was cleaning. You are grounded 1 week for telling a lie and another week for playing with the matches.
Excellent.
Next chapter button. They are sorted chronologic. Social. Link. Image. Family.
Let's do a
Link,
family
image,
one again.
Family. Link. Image. Soon after you sit down for dinner, your mother announces that the vegetable of the day is Brussels sprouts.
Oh, nasty. I can't stand those things in real life. Those are the worst. Actually, I'm not sure if Brussels sprouts or beets. Ugh, can't stand either one. And my mom loves both of them. Of course she does.
Select a mood. Obedient. Radio button. Panic. Radio button. Disgust. Radio button. Unchecked.
Disgust.
Checked. Select an action. Eat the Brussels sprouts with. Run screaming from the table. Put your finger in your mouth and make a gagging sound. Radio button. Unchecked. Feed the sprouts to your dog. GOOTO. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
I'll get busted if I feed it to the dog, but if I just voice my distaste, maybe she'll be like, well,
Put your finger in your mouth and make a gagging sound. Checked.
yeah, let's do that.
Feed the next button. Your action is a bold and flagrant protest against authority and Brussels sprouts alike. It is also, however, a bit overstated. Save these kinds of responses for issues that will have a more powerful influence on your life.
Oh, trust me, that has relevance. Brussels sprouts are nasty.
Next chapter button. You may select icons in any order.
All right,
link,
let's
page
move.
2 of 4.
Oh, okay, here we go. We got a bunch of stuff here.
Social link.
Yeah, all right, we haven't done. Actually, we
Social,
haven't done many
link,
socials
image.
yet.
At school, all of your friends are talking about a television program that you could not stay up to watch. A friend asks if you saw it. Select a mood. Embarrassed. Radio button. Unashamed. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Unashamed.
Checked. Select and say I didn't watch that show. Radio button. Say I wasn't allowed to see it. Radio. Say yeah, I watched it. It was really great. Radio button.
No, we'll
Unchecked.
just
1
say
of
no.
1.
I didn't watch it.
Next button. Your confidence keeps them from making fun of you. Someone even offers to let you sleep over at his house the next time it is on. Sometimes friends can be really great.
There we go.
Next chapter.
I
Button.
just said, hey, didn't watch it.
They are sorted
Didn't
chronologically.
care.
Social link. Page 2 of 4. Family link. Image.
There's a lot of families in here.
Family.
Let's
link,
do this
image.
one.
Family. Link. Image. It's time to sell raffle tickets for the school baseball team again.
Okay.
Select a mood. Motivated. Radio button. Embarrassed. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Baseball.
Select an action. Try to do it alone. Radio button. Enlist your father's help. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Get Dad to do it, because then he'll probably do the hard work for me.
Next button. Next chapter button. What a team. You move from door to door with confidence, selling 4 whole books in less than an hour. It's a powerful bonding experience that strengthens family ties. You go out for an ice cream soda to celebrate you're successful.
Hey, now we're talking. There we go.
Partnership. Next chapter button.
All right, next chapter.
button.
Moving right along here.
They
So
are
yeah, I
sorted
mean, you get the
chronologically.
idea of what the game is like. I mean, you just kind of, I'm not really swiping to go to these different icons. I'm kind of doing it visually, But I can drag my finger. Let's
Page 2 of
scroll
4.
down a little bit. If I just drag my finger around the screen in any direction.
Family. Emotional. Physical. Link. Social. Link. Family. Link. Physical. Link.
Do a
Image.
physical, sure.
Suspicious. Radio. While you are outside, playing alone, a car pulls over to the side of the road and the driver motions for you to come over. You notice the license plate says OBO 237.
Oh, hell no. We're not doing that.
Select a mood. Suspicious. Radio button. Checked. Checked. Curious/helpful. Select an action. Stay where you are. Radio button. Checked.
Yeah, we're just not gonna...
Walk over. Next button. He motions for you to come closer. He has a kind enough face. You hear him say that he is a policeman looking for a friend of yours. He asks if you will get him and help him find your friend. You can.
Yeah, no.
Select an action.
That's the one that would have gone horribly wrong.
Walk/run away. Radio button. Check. Get in the car. Radio button. Tell him you can't do that. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Get in. Walk/run
No,
away.
let's get the hell out of there.
Tell him you can't. Next button. Next chapter. But you move away from the man, suspicious that he might not be telling the truth. This is smart. Intellectual sphere rises sharply. This man hurts children.
Oh, okay. Well, hey, I was okay.
Next chapter.
Yeah, no, when he's like, your friend, sure, buddy.
They are sorted chronologically. Social.
All right,
link,
so that
in
paid
page 2 of
off.
4. Family. Link.
I could have chosen to get abducted, so I could have gone to the ER in my first stage, get abducted in the second, and just have a crazy childhood. Let's do...
Social. Link. Social. Link.
Let's
image.
do that social.
Social. Link. Image. Your best friend challenges you to a rock throwing competition.
Oh,
Select a mood. Competitive. Radio button. Checked. 1 of
competitive.
Checked. Reluctant. Radio. Select an action. Turn down the offer and suggest it. Accept the challenge. Radio button. Checked.
Accept the
Next
challenge.
button. After several minutes of rock throwing for distance, your friend keeps beating you. Your friend dares you to throw a rock onto the roof of the apartment building across the street.
No, we're not doing that because I know I'm going to break a window. Like, oh yeah, apartment buildings. They're generally tall.
Select an action. Accept the challenge. Tell him to do it first. Radio button.
Yeah, I'll
Unchecked.
have
1
him
of 1.
do it first.
Checked. Next button.
And then when he
Next.
breaks the window, then I can run.
He has no problem. Now it is your turn.
Ah.
Select an action. Throw the rock. Radio button. Checked. Quit. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
I know they're baiting me into it. I'm not going to fall for it. No.
Checked.
I know
Next
they're going to bait
button.
me into. I'm going to.
Next chapter button. Your friend calls you a chicken.
That's fine.
Next chapter button.
I don't want to pay
There are
for a
7 stages
broken
of life in alter
window.
ego. You are in childhood.
Okay, we are still in childhood. Let's.
Social. Link. Image. Page 2 of 4. Intellectual. Link. Image.
Oh yeah, we haven't done an intellectual one in
link,
a while.
Image. You are in the candy store buying candy with a $5 bill given to you by your mother. Your bill comes to 89 cents. The man gives you back change, but no dollars. Select a mood. Angry. Radio button. Confused. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
We'll be confused.
Checked. Content. Select an action. Leave the store. Radio. Question the man. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1.
Yeah.
Next button. The man tells you that you gave him a $1 bill. You can. Select an action. Be content with that. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1. Disagree. Radio button. Unchecked.
I'll disagree.
Checked. Next button. He says, come on now, kid. I told ya. Now get the $number caret WT here. You can. Select an action. Keep disagreeing. Radio button. Get help. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Yeah, I'll get help.
Checked. Next button. Next.
Because he's not. No one's gonna believe me.
Who do you go to for help? Select an action. Get the policewoman on the corner. Radio. Get mom. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Well, that'd be interesting. Bringing the cop into it. But for a $5 bill, I'm not old enough to know any better. I'm not old enough to know any better, so I'll get the cop.
Next button.
I don't realize that $5 is not hardly anything.
You tell the policewoman the story. She inquires about the incident. The store owner says, listen, Toots, the little brat gave me a 1. This was the wrong thing to say to the policewoman. She makes the man check the cash. Register. Next. Register. He has $4 more than he should.
Uh-oh.
Next button. Next chapter button. The policewoman calls the station house and finds out that he has done this 3 times in the last week. 2 weeks later, the store is shut down. It was a front for a numbers racket. The store owner is never heard from again. I wonder why.
Nice. Nice. I busted a criminal. Hell yeah.
Next chapter button.
Okay, that didn't happen last
They are
time.
sorted chronologically.
That was interesting.
Social. Link. Image.
Social,
Link,
why
image.
not?
You are in school and the teacher is giving a boring lecture. The boy sitting 2 seats away is rolling up a piece of paper and putting it in his mouth. Using the barrel of his pen, he spits the paper at the blackboard, where it lands with a wet splat. Next button.
Okay.
Select a move. The teacher is furious. She screams, WHO did this? Everyone in the class is howling until she promises that if the person who did this will not come forward, the whole class will get a punishment. You are probably the only person who saw the true culprit.
Gotta stick up for my friend.
Select a mood. Angry. Radio button. Checked. Anxious. Radio button. Unchecked. Mixed feelings. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Anxious. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Be anxious.
Checked. Mixed feelings. Radio button. Unchecked. Select an action. Keep quiet. Radio. Raise your hand. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
If I do, let's see.
Select an action. Mixed feelings. Radio button.
If I do anxious, the teacher's gonna flat out see me fidgeting.
Select an action. Keep quiet. Raise your hand. Keep quiet.
Well,
Radio
keep
button.
quiet.
Check. Raise your next button.
But if I have mixed feelings, I might be able to pass it
Next
off.
button. Ambivalence can be a difficult emotion to handle. You probably feel a little anxious, some guilt and a pinch of self-criticism. You can select an action. Fantasize about telling. Radio button. Raise your hand and tell the teacher. Radio button.
Let's
Unchecked.
fantasize
1 of 1.
about telling. That sounds like a good
button.
idea.
Next chapter button. The teacher catches you daydreaming and sends you out of the room.
Oh man,
Next chapter button.
didn't quite work as I
You
had
play from birth
intended,
until death,
but
whenever
I
that
saved
may
my
be.
buddy, so that'll earn me bonus points later, maybe. Okay,
Page
how
2
many?
of 4. Page 4
Oh
of 4.
geez, look at we gotta move down our tree a little bit here
Page
because
2
I
of
don't
4.
know what's gonna advance us. Eeny, meeny, miny,
Intellectual. Link.
Intellectual.
Image. Intellectual. Link. Image.
a
Who
nerd.
founded the American Federation of Labor?
Oh, okay. No, okay. Now we're actually getting like questions. Who found you, man? I have no idea.
Select an action. Who founded the American Federation of Labor?
Actually, I wonder if I can cheat.
Select an Who founded the American Federation of Labor?
Alexa, who founded the American Foundation of Labor?
Sorry, I didn't understand the question I heard.
Of course you didn't understand. So much for that cheating. Okay. Well, we'll just wing
Select
it
an action.
here.
George Mime, radio button. Samuel Gompers. John Smith, radio button.
Hell
Unchecked.
if
1 of
I
1.
know.
Samuel Gompers, radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Sure, I'll pick B.
Checked. Next.
When
Button.
all else fails, pick B.
Next. You are correct.
Oh, nice. Guessing pays off. B. That's the universal answer.
Next. Button.
Nice.
Select an action. Who was the first vice president of the United States? Select an action. John Tyler, radio. John Adams, radio. George Clinton, radio button. John Adams, radio button. Unchecked. John Tyler, radio button. George. Next. Button. You are not correct.
Oops.
Next.
Oh, I didn't. Okay.
Who was the first ruler to consolidate the Slavic tribes?
I have no idea.
Select an action. Piotr, radio button. Rurik, radio button. Lenin, radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
I don't know. I'll just pick A
Next.
that time. Because you got to mix things up.
You are not correct. Next. Button.
Yeah.
Next.
We're going to
button.
flunk our test.
Which one of these
We're gonna
scientists is
flunk our
credited with the
history.
discovery of oxygen?
Oh.
Which one of these scientists is credited with the discovery of oxygen?
I don't know. Man. If these are early childhood questions, apparently I forgot a lot of what I knew, or, wow, okay, this is embarrassing.
Select an action. Davis, radio. Shepherd, radio. Priestley, radio button. Shepherd, radio button.
Shepherd
Unchecked.
sounds like a cool idea.
Checked.
I don't
Next.
know.
Button. Next.
Come on.
You are not correct.
Oh.
Next.
1 for 4.
Select an action. Who wrote The Great Gatsby? Select an action.
Huh.
J. Joyce, radio button. Check.
No.
1 of 1. F. S. Fitzgerald, radio button.
That sounds
Unchecked. 1 of 1.
familiar.
W. Faulkner, radio button. F.
I'm going to say
S. Fitzgerald, radio button.
Fitzgerald.
Unchecked. Checked.
I have no idea, but I've heard that name
Next.
before.
Button. Next chapter. You are correct.
Boom. Saving it. I won't quite get the dunce cap.
Next chapter. Button. There are 7 stages.
Oh, that
you
was
can already go.
that was unexpected. Okay, so you see how well you do on a kind of a test, it looks like. Oh, okay. So I got a literature question right, and what was the first? Oh, it was like a history question, I think.
Page 2 of 4.
Okay.
10:36 a.m. Status
All right, I just wanted to see what time it was. I'm recording this right before the first Vikings game, so I can't miss my first football game. So we'll keep playing.
Family. Link. Image.
Sure, we'll do another family. Why
Link.
not?
Image. Your friends are all waiting for you to come out after school. You have a ton of homework and you've been watching television since you came home. On your way out, your mother asks, "Did you do all your homework?" Select a mood. Honest. Radio button. Dishonest. Radio button. Semi-honest. Select an action. Semi-honest. radio button.
Semi-honest. Let's do
Check.
that.
Select an action. SAY. Yes. Radio button. SAY. No. Radio button. Say, "I've only got a little left." Radio button. Unchecked. 1
Yeah.
of 1. Check.
I got a little bit left.
Next button. Semi-honest. Semi-honest is the truthfulness equivalent of semi-pregnant. Your mother says, "Here's what you have left before you go out."
That's a good quote, actually. Semi-honest. What was that?
Semi-honest is the truthfulness equivalent of
The
semi-pregnant. Your mother says,
truthfulness equivalent to semi-pregnant. That's a pretty good one. I like that quote. Semi-honest is okay. Yeah, that's
Next chapter.
that's funny, actually.
Your game is saved automatically.
Semi-pregnant. All right.
Page 2 of 4.
Let's see.
Social.
Yeah,
Link.
let's do a
Image.
social. Why
Social.
not?
Link. Image. Jill Brady is always untying your shoes and running away. Today she is wearing a skirt. She is bent over picking up a pile of books from the floor.
Oh man, kick her in the ass.
Select a mood. Mischievous. Radio button. Absorbed in more important things. Radio. Mischievous. Radio button.
Heck yeah, let's get her back. Punk.
Absorbed in more. Select an action. Seek revenge. Radio button. Pay no attention to. Stupid girl. Seek revenge. Radio button.
Seek revenge.
Check. Pay no. Next button. Think of 2 ways that you can get back at stupid Jill. You can. Select an action. Run by and lift her skirt up over her head. Run by and push her so she falls. Radio button. Unchecked.
Yeah.
Checked.
Tip her over.
Next button. Next chapter. That was mean. You could have hurt her like that. Fortunately, you didn't. She only bothers you because she has a crush on you. I know that is not important to you now, but later when she turns into
Oh.
you'll be
Man.
wishing that she would pay attention by removing more than your shoes. Next chapter. Button.
Okay, that's interesting.
Emotional. Link. Image.
Huh.
Social.
That did not
Link.
play
Image.
out at all like I had thought. I thought it was going to be one of those kind of like just teasing bullies or something.
Page 2 of 4.
That's interesting.
Family. Link. Image.
Okay, wow, there's like social, social, social. We're going to build our social sphere here.
Physical.
But
Link.
first, we're
Image.
going to get some
Physical.
physical.
Link. Image. You need eyeglasses. The first day you wear them in school, everyone calls you Four Eyes. Your parents refuse to get you contact lenses. Select a mood. Hurt. Radio button. Self-conscious. Radio button. Select an action. Self-conscious. Radio.
Self-conscious.
Check. Select an. Refuse to wear the glasses. Wear the glasses and tolerate the names. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Checked. Next button.
Yeah.
Your social status suggests that you will eventually get the support you need to overcome your self-consciousness from your friends.
Okay.
Next chapter button.
That's interesting.
They are sorted chronologically. Emotional. Link. Page 2
All
of
right.
4. Social. Link. Image.
Yeah.
Social.
Let's do another
Link.
social.
Image. Social. Link. Image.
Because there's a
The boy
bunch
who
of
sits next
these.
to you in school has just passed you a note, folded in a tight square. He motions to you to read it. You look around the room. Mrs. Hennessy, the meanest teacher in the school, has her back to the class. The note says, "What has more crust than the entire surface of the earth?" Select a mood. Curious/daring. Radio but afraid/reluctant. Curious/daring.
Curious,
Radio.
daring. Sure,
Checked.
why not?
Afraid. Select. Write the note back. Crumple the. Write the note back. Asking what? Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1. Crumple the paper up and throw it away. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Write the note back. Asking. Checked. Next button.
How much you want to bet I'm going to get busted?
You return the note. All of a sudden, you hear Mrs. Hennessy say to your. You return the note and wait for another response. All of a sudden, you hear Mrs. Hennessy say to your friend, "Mr. Bradley, would you care to share your little secret with the rest of the class?"
So I didn't get busted, but he does.
Jimmy Bradley steps out of his seat, stands up, and begins to play dumb. This is his forte. While he is making believe he doesn't know what the teacher is talking about, he crumples up the note and slips it down the back of his pants. Next button. Next chapter.
Okay.
Button. Mrs. Hennessy asks him to show her what he has in his hands. Both hands fan open, revealing 2 pink palms. He turns to you and smirks. Later, he tells you that the thing that has more crust than the entire surface of the earth is Mrs. Hennessy's underwear.
Okay. Good thing you didn't get busted on that.
Next chapter. Button.
Nice, we got away with it. I figured either he was going to get busted since I passed it
Next chapter.
back.
Button.
Because if I would have crumbled it up, maybe then she would have seen me. Interesting.
Next chapter. Button.
So being mischievous actually paid off that time.
They are
Sweet.
Emotional. Link. Page 2 of 4.
All right.
Social. Link. Image. Emotional. Link. Image.
No, we haven't done one of those in a long
Emotional.
time.
Link. Image. While walking around in the store with your friend, you notice that he sneaks a small item into his pocket. You ask him what he is doing, and he tells you how easy it is to shoplift, saying, "They never check kids." Select a mood. Honest. Radio button. Dishonest. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
No, this is never gonna
Select an
bode
action.
well for me.
Urge him to put it back. Refuse to stay with him. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Steal something. Next button.
So we'll tell him to put it back. See if it.
You refuse to steal and tell him that he had better put back what he stole. You can. Select an action. Turn him into the store manager. Keep trying to convince him. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
We'll
Check.
keep trying.
Next button.
Because I don't want to turn him. I don't want to be a rat, but I don't want him to get busted
Next
either.
button. Next chapter. But it's too late. He's already a hardened criminal. He sneaks a pack of cards into your Vikings notification. Vikings. Today's inactives. WRJ Wright. CBX Rhodes. LPK Brothers. MB Robinson. CN. Easton. TJ. Searle.
Ow.
And Tan Pruitt.
All right, so I'm going to pause here for a second. I put Do Not Disturb. I enabled that on my phone. And I'm trying to figure out what Do Not Disturb actually, what that blocks. Because, okay, I might not get phone calls, or maybe, I thought that was supposed to block notifications and stuff too. So I don't know. Because I purposely did that knowing that I was going to be playing a game and recording it on the channel. So, anywho, okay, so we got some inactives for our first Vikings game today. God, I hope we win. Our whole quarterback situation is a little interesting. Our starting quarterback got injured in practice through a non-contact injury, but is out for the season, and we lucked out and got some other quarterbacks. So it'll be interesting to see who starts today. But anyway, that will be for another hour or so. So we are just going to continue seeing what we do with our mischievous childhood. What were we doing again here?
It's too late. He's already hardened criminal.
Oh yeah,
He sneaks a
the
pack of cards into
shoplifter.
your jacket pocket. While you protest, the store manager comes over to see what the commotion is about. He
Oh.
sees the card sticking out of your pocket. He accuses you of shoplifting. He calls up your mother. Because you are trustworthy, Mom believes that you were framed.
Oh, nice. Okay, good. I'm trustworthy enough because I'm like, man, try to talk the guy out of it, and then
Next
I get
chapter,
busted.
button. Next chapter,
That's
button.
lame. But
Your
Mom
own
believes
childhood.
me because she's cool.
Page 2 of 4.
All right.
Page 4 of 4.
Wow, we got so many icons here. Ba-dum.
Social, link, image, family, link,
Yeah, we haven't
image.
done a family in a
Family,
while.
link, image. You just received $25 as a present. Your mother tells you that
Nice.
you can either put it in your own piggy bank or give it to her to hold for you. Select a mood. Trusting, radio button, checked, 1 of 1. Suspicious, radio button. Select an action. Give up the money, radio button, checked, 1 of 1.
You know what? She just trusted me, and not when I could have got busted. I'm gonna trust her.
Save IT yourself, radio button, next, button. You have no reason to doubt mother's good sense. She places the money in an account for you. When you're 18 years old, it will have gained substantial interest.
Nice.
Next chapter, button.
Pays off.
They are sorted chronologically. Social, link,
Excellent.
image, page 2 of 4. Family, link, image, social, link, image.
Let's do one more social on this
Social, link,
page.
image. Melissa Harper is the prettiest girl in your class. You have been giving each other the eye for about 2 weeks now. You are all set to ask her for a date when your best friend, who happens to be taller and better looking than you, confesses that he cannot sleep at night because of her. Next, button.
What do we do in this
Frank about your
situation? First crush.
He asks your advice on the best way to ask her for a date, unaware that you, too, are smitten. Select a mood. Jealous. Radio button. Frank about your feelings. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Nobody that age is frank about their feeling. Well, I guess it could be interpreted two ways. You could just say, no, she's mine, back off, or...
Sympathetic. Radio button. Frank about. Sympathetic. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Frank. Jealous. Radio button. Checked. 1 of 1.
How do I want to play it?
Frank about your feelings. Radio button. Sympathetic. Radio. Select an action. Give advice. Radio. Admit that you like her too. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Give it. Select sympathetic. Frank about your feelings.
Let's be
Radio.
frank.
Check.
Be like, no, she's mine, man, back off.
Select. Give advice. Admit that you like her too. Checked. Next. Button.
Let's see what happens.
Next. Bringing your feelings out into the open prevents you from acting on them in a destructive way. You can select an action. Agree that you can both try to ask her out. Radio button. Agree not to interfere with your friend's bid for her attention. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Well, let's let the dice roll. See what it does.
Next. Button.
We'll both ask.
Next chapter. Button. This doesn't sit comfortably with either you or your friend. You both decide that your friendship is more important than a date with Melissa.
All right, there we go.
Next chapter. Button. They are sorted chronologically. Social. Link,
All
page 2 of 4.
right.
Family. Link. Image.
Yeah, let's do one more family.
Link. Image. It's a hot, sunny day. You and a friend are sitting around trying to think of something to do. Dad is sitting in the shade, napping on a chair. You get a great idea. Let's play a practical joke on Dad.
Oh, okay, that sounds fun.
Select a mood. Mischievous. Radio button. Check.
Yeah.
1. Second thoughts. Radio button. Select an action. Let the air out of the car tires. Radio. Spray Dad with the hose.
Oh.
Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Oh, air out of the car tires is just mean.
Give Dad a hot. Spray Dad with the hose. Radio button.
That
Unchecked.
sounds
1 of 1.
like a good candidate.
Give Dad a hot foot like on the cartoons. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Let Dad sleep. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Give Dad. Spray Dad with the hose. Radio button.
Spray
Unchecked.
Dad with the
Check.
hose.
Let Dad. Next. Button. How hard do you want to turn on the water?
Oh.
Select an action. A light spray. Radio button. Check.
Oh, let's
1
just
of
see
1.
if he notices. Like, we're not going to just startle him. Let's see if he... See how long I can get away with it before he wakes up?
Hard blast. Next. Button. Dad wakes up and shakes his head. He thinks it's pretty funny and suggests a plan to lure Mom outside so you can spray her, too. He goes into the house and comes out giving you the thumbs up sign. Next. Button.
Okay, I like where this is
Select a
going.
mood. He tells you to keep an eye out for Mom while he aims the hose. She should be coming around the bend right over there. He points. How are you feeling now? Select a mood. Excited. Radio
Heck
button.
yeah.
Checked. Confused. Radio button.
Excited.
Unchecked. Next. Button. Next chapter. Before you know it, there is a hose down your pants. WOW. That's cold. He fooled you. Mom leans out the window and drops a pot full of cold water on your head. Everyone laughs.
Oh, man. That actually happened to me in real life one time. I was actually at a dorm in junior high, and I was at a school for the blind for a year just to learn some Braille and some technology and other stuff, so I'd go there for off and on. And me and somebody else were sitting on a swing just talking outside, and we were just, just talking, whatever, and someone yells in, "Oh, hey, you got a phone call," and I come in, and one of the dorm RAs just went in there and just he was on the second floor, and I just got doused with a bucket. And yeah, been there. That's one hell of a shock, I'll tell you that.
Next chapter. Button.
Yeah, that happened to me before.
They are sorted chronological. Social. Link. Page 2
Okay.
of 4. Emotional. Link. Image.
Sure.
Emotional. Link. Image. Warning. This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
Yes. All right, let's
Do
see
you
what...
wish to continue?
Yeah, we do.
Yes. Radio. No. Radio. Next.
We're not going to
button.
block anything.
Disgusted. Radio. In the schoolyard, your friends are sitting around discussing something very secretively. You go over to see what is going on and you hear one of them say something very strange. It has to do with the way you were made. Select a mood. Disgusted. Radio. Skeptical. Radio. Unaffected. Radio but. Skeptical.
Skeptical, let's see.
Check. Unaffected. Select an act. Deny that your parents would ever do that. Radio button. Ask your mother for the real story. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Do nothing. Radio button. Ask your. Deny that your parents would ever do that. Radio button. Check.
Yeah, that's what a kid would say. A kid would say, they wouldn't do that.
Ask you. Do nothing. Next button. How could anyone believe a story like that? Besides, your father would probably crush your mother if they ever did it that way. Still, you must think it could be true, or you would have chosen to get some clarification on it. Your decision to deny it reflects a failure to confront reality.
Oh, come on. That's just what a kid would
Next
do.
chapter, button.
Really? Man.
Emotional.
Oh, that
Link.
backfired. That
Page 2 of 4.
sucks. Let's get
Page
some
4 of 4.
icons on this page here
Social.
before.
Link. Image.
Social.
Emotional. Link. Image.
Wait, what?
Emotional.
Oh.
Link. Image. Physical.
Let's do a
Link.
physical.
Image.
We haven't done one of
Physical.
those in a
Link.
while.
Image. A very aggressive boy starts an argument with you and challenges you to a fight after school. Everyone whispers about the big fight. It looks like there
Ooh.
will be a large crowd watching. Select a mood. Frightened. Radio. Tough. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Unaffected. Radio button. Tough. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Oh.
Show up after school. Don't show up after school.
I wonder if I'm debating if I should say tough or unaffected, because like I want to show up because, you know, everyone else will call me chicken, but I want to blow him off like, yeah, whatever. You know, I just like, I don't necessarily want to fight him, but I want to be
Unaffected.
I wonder if it'll let
Check.
me.
Don't show up. Don't show up after school. Next button. Next alert. Sorry, that
Aw,
combination of choices is
man.
not allowed. Please select a different action.
So occasionally this will happen. Like your choice
Okay,
just
button.
will not
Okay.
be
Alter ego.
compatible.
Next button. Tough. Tough. Checked. Next button.
I'm gonna stand up for myself.
The boy shoves you hard in the shoulder, knocking you off balance. He punches you in the face and neck. He is much more used to this kind of thing than you are. Suddenly, you see that he has left himself open in the face and stomach areas. Select an action. Swing at his face. Radio button. Swing at his stomach. Radio button.
Stomach, because
Unchecked.
that
1 of 1.
won't show marks. Like if I punch him in the nose and break his nose, then I'll
Checked. Next
get
button.
in more trouble.
Next chapter. Button. Your punch lands with a thump. It doesn't seem to have any effect on him at all.
Oh.
He laughs at you, then proceeds to beat you up. You are left with a bloody nose and many cuts and bruises.
Damn it! Should have gone to
Next
the
chapter.
face.
Button.
All right.
You may select icons in any order. Page 2 of 4.
Well,
Page 4 of
that
4.
backfired.
Social. Link.
Social.
Image. Social. Link. Image. Mr. Quincy is the toughest teacher in your school. One day, you forget to put your homework in with the rest of the items you need for school. Quincy asks where your homework is. You tell him you forgot it. He says, "Come on, now." You can be more creative than that. Next button.
Okay.
Why don't you tell me something more believable, like, "Mr. Quincy, I did my homework, but my dog threw up on it." Everyone in class laughs hard at your expense. Mr. Quincy gives you a punishment assignment to do in addition to the work you have not handed in. He says, "What have you got to say for yourself now, Mr.?"
Okay.
Select a mood. Angry. Radio. Depressed. Radio button. Unaffected. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Select an action. SAY. $% and carat $U. Mr. Q. Under your breath. Radio button.
Fuck
Check.
you.
1 of 1. Say nothing. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Oh man. I know.
Unaffected. Radio button. Unchecked.
We're just gonna
1.
go in unaffected.
Say nothing. Radio. Try to enlist your mother's help. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Try to enlist your mother's help. Say nothing. Radio button. Unchecked.
I'll just be. This is where you be
Page 2 of 2.
stoic. You don't tell your. Maybe in high school, but if you tell we're in still like early childhood or like grade school, probably telling your teacher to fuck off at this point would probably not be
Next.
good plan. That would
You
be
must think that jerks
funny.
like this are not worth. You must think that jerks like this are not worth getting upset about. This may be true, but the fact is you let him belittle you. If this happens enough times without you behaving assertively, you will develop a poor attitude about yourself and expect this kind of treatment from everyone. Next chapter. Button.
No, I just...
Emotional.
Okay,
Link.
well,
Image. Page 2 of 4.
that could have probably
Page
gone a
4 of
little
4.
better, I guess.
Social. Link. Image.
Sure, let's do a social. See what
Next.
happens
Button.
here.
Warning. This episode contains subject matter of a sexual nature.
Oh, jeez, okay.
Next. Button.
Yeah, let's do it.
Thankful. You are at the beach one day when an older but very beautiful lady notices that your back is red and peeling. She asks if you want her to rub some cream on your back.
Okay.
Embarrassed.
Yep, embarrassed.
Say, no, thank you. I'll be say, oh, okay. Say, oh.
Sure, why
Next.
not?
Button. Next. The lady's hands are soft and gentle. You kind of wish she wouldn't stop. Next. Button. Select an action. All of a sudden, you feel a very unusual sensation in your bathing suit. An unexpected erection. How embarrassing.
Yes.
You can. Select an action. Ignore IT. Radio button. Excuse yourself and jump in the water. Radio button. Uncheck. 1 of 1. Next. Button.
Ignore it. Or keep getting attention.
Next chapter. Button. You ignore it, but it doesn't go away. That's okay, though. At your age, something like that isn't bound to attract that much attention. At the very least, you have saved yourself a bad sunburn. Go play. Next chapter.
All right,
Button.
that turned out well. Well
You may select
enough, I
icons in any
think.
order.
I should have kept track how long this video. I know it's been going on quite a long time. These are probably going to be longer videos.
Page 2 of 4. Page
Because
4 of
we've
4.
got...
Page 4 of 4.
Yeah,
Page
page
3 of
3 is... Again, like I said, I could be going through a lot more detail on some of these. But I'm just trying to do at least a fair number on each screen, give you guys, just provide something entertaining. But you will, because I think I recognize a lot of these from when I played before, and some of them I'm actually playing differently than I played before. So, you guys you'll be able to see some of the same choices or same scenarios that I've been through and play them differently. But you will also then have a lot of scenarios that I haven't played that you'll just discover on your own.
Page 4 of 4.
So let's do a few more on screen 4, and then we will continue.
Intellectual. Link. Image.
Let's do an intellectual. We haven't
Link.
done one of
Image.
those in a while.
Who is the founder of modern chemistry?
Oh, good grief. More tests.
Louis Pasteur.
No,
A. Lavoisier. Radio. M&E. Curry. Radio button. Uncheck. 1 of 1.
I don't know.
Next button. You are not correct. Next.
I didn't think that was it, but I figured...
Select an action.
Don't second guess yourself.
Who is the founder of modern psychiatry?
Oh, give me a break, man.
J. Brothers. S. Freud. Radio button. C. Jung. Radio button. Uncheck. 1 of 1.
It's probably not because it seems
Freud,
too
radio
obvious,
button.
but I'm just going to say
Check.
Freud because anyone thinks of psychology, it's Freud this, Freud that. I mean,
Next
that
button.
guy was a nut from what I gather, but...
You are correct.
Oh, okay. Well, okay, the obvious answer was the right
Next
one.
button.
Cool.
Select an action. Who was the first American in space?
Oh,
Alan Shepard. Gus Grissom. Radio. John Glenn. Radio button. Uncheck. 1 of 1.
oh boy. Man, I'm embarrassing myself. Like, I have all this other facts in my head, and I don't know basic, like, elementary school facts anymore. I know Glenn is an astronaut. I don't... I'm gonna, you know what, I'm gonna say...
Checked. John Glenn. Next button. You are not correct.
Boo! And it doesn't
Next
tell me
button.
who it is either.
Next button.
So now you have to wonder. You have to go
Select
look
an
it up
action.
on your own.
Who is the inventor of the telegraph?
Telegraph.
F. Morse. Marconi. Radio button. Franklin. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Next button.
Alright.
You are correct.
Alright.
Next
Sweet.
Who was the Austrian-born founder of the Ethical Culture Society?
Not a clue.
Who was the Austrian-born founder of the Ethical Culture Society?
Eeny, meeny, miny, B?
WNDT.
Sure, I don't know.
WNDT. Next.
We'll
button.
just say
Next.
universal answer is B.
You are not correct. Next. Button.
No clue. No,
Select an
enough of
action.
these. These are terrible.
Who takes over as president if both the president and the vice president die? Select an action. Speaker of the House. Radio. Secretary of the Treasury. Secretary of Defense. Next. Button.
Okay.
You are correct.
All
Next
right.
chapter. Button. There are 7 stages.
All
of life,
right,
all
enough
three
of that. Man, Yeah, usually intellectual, you'll be given a scenario, but it looks like in school they're just like, oh yeah, by the way, no, you're just gonna have to answer some questions, and if you get them right, I guess your intellect will go up. And I didn't do very well. Got 2 or 3 right.
We're in childhood.
Still in childhood. We
Social.
haven't
Link.
progressed
Page 2
on.
of 4. Page 4 of 4. Social. Link. Image. Social.
Sure, let's do
Link.
another
Image.
social.
Social. Link. Image. You ask mom if you can climb the big rock in the park with a group of friends. She says no. Select a mood. Obedient. Radio. Defiant. Radio. Crafty. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Uh, hmm.
Check.
Crafty.
Ask dad. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Check. Next. Button. Next. Dad says, sure, son, just be careful. You can. Select an act. Have second thoughts. Radio button. Go. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
I'll go.
Check. Next. Button.
I'll probably break an arm or a
Next.
leg or something.
It is a beautiful day. You and your friends are having a great time. At the top of the rock, you and your friends get silly and start to push each other, each claiming, I'm king of the hill. One of your friends pushes you a bit too
Yep.
hard, and you begin to slip off the rock.
I'm gonna break something. I'm gonna break something.
Next button. Next chapter. For a moment, it looks as if you can regain your balance, but you don't. You
Nope.
tumble off the rock and fracture your skull in 3 places.
Ow! Frickin' A, man. Jesus. A broken. I thought I was like, oh, I'm gonna get a broken. Like everyone. I didn't when I should have for all the stupid things I did when I was a kid. But a lot of people just they get a broken ankle or broken leg or broken arm or something. Fractured skull in 3 places. Good God. I'm gonna die by the time I'm. This probably won't be a very long Let's Play because I'm gonna probably die by the time I'm adult.
For a moment, it looks as if you can regain your balance, but you don't.
Man.
You tumble off the rock and fracture your skull in 3 places.
Not a good day to be me.
Next chapter. Button.
Mom's gonna be pissed, both at me and Dad.
Your game is saved automatically.
That sucked.
Page 2 of 4. Page 4 of 4.
Wow. Huh.
Emotional. Link. Image.
Yeah, do an emotional.
Link. Image. The family dog has been acting a little peculiar lately and no one can figure out why. Some of your fellow family members suggest that maybe he should be given away, or worse, put to sleep. Dad delivers it. Next. The family dog has been acting a little peculiar
sorry
lately
about
and no one
that.
can figure out why. Some of your fellow family members suggest that maybe he should be given away, or worse, put to sleep. Dad delivers an ultimatum. Next.
Oh,
Button.
okay, an ultimate. So I accidentally
Feel like taking on the
cut it off
responsibility.
here.
The dog must shape up or ship out. You are the only one in the house who can take the responsibility for getting him back into shape.
Okay.
Feel like taking on the responsibility. Don't feel like taking on the responsibility.
Yeah, we gotta save our dog.
Train the dog. Don't train the dog. Next. Button. You spend every available minute keeping an eye on the dog, rewarding him for good behavior and keeping him out of trouble. One day, when you return home from school, you smell what can only be the dog's byproducts. Number 22.
Huh.
Be specific, and the smell is emanating from your parents' bedroom. Next. Button.
Oh, this isn't gonna be good.
Dispose of it. You enter the bedroom to find the dog sleeping peacefully in the corner and a sculpture sitting squarely atop Dad's favorite pillow. Fortunately, no one is home. You can select an action. Dispose of the pillow and play dumb later. Radio button. Try to wash the pillow. Radio button. Dispose of the pillow and admit the truth. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1. Try to wash the pillow. Radio button.
We'll try to
Unchecked.
wash it.
Checked. Next. Button. Next. You scrape the sculpture off the pillow and throw it away outside the house. The pillow and pillowcase is left with a large brown and smelly ring. After 3 machine washings, your mother keeps yelling, "What are you doing down there?" The smell comes out of the pillowcase, but the pillow still has the stain. Next. Button.
Okay.
Tell Dad that not only that, the pillow now weighs 30 pounds because it is waterlogged. It will never be dry by the time Dad gets home. What will you do? Select an act. Ask for Mom's help. Tell Dad the story. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
Ask
Next
for
button.
help.
Next button. Next chapter. She is very sympathetic. As it turns out, Dad couldn't tell his favorite pillow from a pile of bricks. She makes a quick substitution and all is well. Next
Okay.
chapter. Button.
Nice.
They are sorted chronologically.
That one I didn't do. That one I know I didn't do last time. So like I said, it's fun to see. Like I don't remember which little icons I clicked on last time. But yeah.
Page 4 of 4.
So
Page 2
like I
of
said,
4.
I know this video is getting pretty long, but let's do.
Page 1 of 4.
So we got 2 left on that
Page 2
screen.
of 4.
1, 2, 3. Oh man, I should do a family one. I haven't
Link,
done a
image,
family one in a while.
Link, image. There is one more ice pop in the freezer that is being saved for another family member. Your mouth waters at the thought of this cool, tasty treat.
Oh,
Hungry.
hungry.
Eat the whole pop. Take a bite out of the pop.
No, because taking a bite out of it, then they'll just know you tried to do
Next
it. No,
button.
let's just destroy the evidence.
When it is discovered that the pop is missing, you are asked about its possible location. You can
It was pretty tasty.
tell the truth. Next
I
button.
ate it. I was hungry.
Say, it's sir, your confession is appreciated but generates a lot of anger. Your family rants and raves and carries on. You can go to the store and buy a pop to replace the one you ate. Say, it serves you right for being such a pickle puss. Next button.
Yeah, I'll go to the buy. Actually, because you don't just buy one, so you probably get a package of them. So let's go buy more. Then we can have all bunch of more
That
of
was
them.
thoughtful. On the way home, you are once again tempted by the possibility of disposing of yet another frozen.
See, yes.
Eat this one too. Radio button. Check. Exercise self-control. Radio button. Unchecked. Next.
No,
Button.
we're good.
Next. Terrific. All is forgiven.
Haha.
Next chapter.
Told
Button.
you that would work. See,
There are 7 stages of life in alter ego.
we got this.
Page 2 of 4.
All right. Yeah, because I want to at least have, a couple icons on each screen. But this is going to be a longer series, or a longer video, so you can just kick back and see.
Family. Link.
I
Image.
kind of want to do that.
Page 4 of 4.
Is there any? Oh yeah, okay. There is a family one
Family,
down here. Let's do
link,
the family
image,
one here.
Family. Link. Image. You are sitting in the car with Dad, warming it up, when the phone rings and he has to go inside to take the call. You look at the keys dangling from the ignition switch and hear the purr of the engine. Notice if you
No.
move the car a little and jump back in your seat before Dad returns.
Oh.
Select a mood. Daring. Radio. Safe. Radio button. Select an action. Safe. Radio button.
No. That's just. I've already been injured so dang many times. I got to keep myself alive, if not for myself, for the video.
Move the car. Keep still.
Keep
Keep
still.
Checked. Next button. Next. Reflecting on the possible consequences of your behavior is a sign of developing impulse control. You will have plenty of opportunities to wreck the family car later, under more legitimate circumstances.
Exactly.
Next chapter. Button.
I just got escaped with a fractured
You may select icons in
skull.
any order.
So I probably should exercise a little bit of restraint at this point.
Page 4 of 4.
All right. We got social. Oh, wait, what's this?
Work. Link. Image. Work. Link.
Oh,
Image.
yeah.
Work,
Do we get like
link,
a
image.
newspaper or something?
Every one of your friends has a new turbo power mud jumper, dirt bike, a kind of bicycle. You are being left out of Saturday morning bike trips and your friends call you a baby because you have one of those regular sissy bikes.
Oh,
Unconcerned about what friends think. Radio button. Motivated to get that bike no matter what.
hell yeah. That sounds like
Motivated
a
to get that
sweet
no matter
bike.
what. Checked. Forget about that group of friends. Steal a dirt bike. Try to find a way to earn the dirt bike. Try to find a way to earn the dirt bike. Checked.
No, we're not going to
Page 2 of 2.
steal.
Next button. Try to find a way to earn the dirt bike. Next button. How would you like to try to make the money? Select an action. A paper route. Radio button. Doing odd jobs. Radio button. Unchecked. 1 of 1.
I'll say odd jobs because I don't want to get up early in the morning because early mornings suck. So let's go with that.
Checked. Next button. Next. Unfortunately, doing odd jobs is not the kind of steady work that would pay enough money for you to save and make a purchase of
Oh,
this size. Your
man.
independence is remarkable and will positively influence your emotional characteristics, but for now, you don't reach your goal.
Oi! Wanting to sleep in thwarts me again. Man. Figures.
Next chapter. Button.
I knew I should have taken the
Next
paper out because
button.
I thought about that would be more steady. But, maybe you get some like rich old lady that like, oh, you did this one thing for me. Here's $50. Like, sweet. And I didn't, then I wouldn't have to, get up early. But yeah, backfired. Damn it all.
You have just passed through the childhood phase of life.
Oh, see now this just advanced on its own. I did not do that. So I don't know if you can only do so many events in each tree. I don't know what causes that to advance,
Next button.
but we have a lot
Family
of
life is
socials that we didn't get toward the bottom of the screen. So
Family life is progressing. Very well. Dad is still the greatest hero of all time, and Mom is pretty terrific too.
all right, so good.
Next button.
Good with mom and dad. So when I get into trouble in my teenage years, I'll have a little bit of cushioning there.
Next. Not physically, you are not very healthy. Be careful to avoid situations that could lead to illness.
Yeah, I know. Poisoned, skull broken.
Next button.
Yeah. Allergies.
Socially, this can be an awkward phase of life, especially when you hit the ripe old age of 9 or 10. Should you like girls? Should you not like girls? Decisions. All in all, you are extremely lovable. You are well-mannered and respectful of adults. I may be mistaken, but I see a little bit of a Casanova in training.
Okay.
Next button. Now, regarding your emotional and personality development, ellipsis. Next button.
Let's see how we're doing.
Your trustworthiness and sense of fair play are commendable. You are an honest child, but no tattletale either.
Exactly. See? That's when I didn't turn my friend in, and yep,
Next button.
that's exactly what I wanted.
The degree to which you display aggressive types of behavior is somewhat alarming. You can be nasty and spiteful at times.
Yeah. Hey, don't mess with me, man. I'll leave you alone if you leave me alone, but if you mess with me, prepare to reap the consequences
Next button.
or something.
You are about to enter adolescence. It is a somewhat hectic time of life, full of surprises. There will be many very high highs and many low lows. With each year, you will gain responsibilities.
Okay.
Next button. Unanimously, you may also notice that people will begin to start forgiving you less for things previously described as mere childhood habits. You will be expected to leave your burping and other questionable talents in the social circles where they are. Unanimously approved of your peer group. Next button.
Okay.
Next chapter. Oh, yes, ellipsis. Then there's the matter of girls. If you haven't noticed them much in this phase, watch out. They've noticed you.
Uh-huh.
Next chapter. Button.
Yeah, we had that one encounter that I
1,
didn't
6, 6,
realize
7,
that she
1,
liked
7,
me.
4, 5.
Oh, okay, so we get
Welcome to
another, what,
adolescence.
Bible verse or something?
Welcome to adolescence. He was a bold man that first eat an oyster. Jonathan Swift. 166. Polite converse. Next chapter.
Okay.
Button. Polite conversation. Dialogue I. Next chapter. Button.
Sure, why not?
They are
All
sorted
right.
chronologically. You are in adolescence.
I am in adolescence. And with that, I know this has been a long one, but I think we're going to wrap up this video here finally. Hope you guys are enjoying the series so far. I am. I know I'm enjoying seeing just the differences that have happened between the other time I played and this playthrough. And yeah, I'm definitely curious to see where things go from here. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying it. Follow me on Twitter at BGFH79. And until the next one, I will talk to you guys again later.